What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Uh, it's been a while. It's been at least a couple months, and I've just come on here just to talk about where I am in terms of my life and goals, and essentially what I plan to do going forward. Um, yeah, this would just be a YouTube video just covering where I'm at and what can I do better going forward. And it's for any advice who's anyone in their 20s, early 20s. um, they could probably take this bit of advice. It would be, just to be adaptable, be open to challenges which are coming through. Go out and chase life opportunities, experiences, and don't get stuck in the same loophole. I'm 22 right now. And I'll give a little prime example about a bit about me and what's kind of happening in my situation. So I'm 22 years old. I'm currently in a full-time apprenticeship scheme with a construction company, and I work 4 to 5 days a week. My day typically consists of waking up about 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning, kind of doing my morning prayers, and then get ready for work around 7. And my day typically finishes around 5 during the week. And during the week, I go to the gym a minimum of 3-4 times a week to keep my body in trained and fitness. I have a vision board on my wall displaying what I really want to achieve this year in terms of my fitness goals. And currently, I am on track. I am making progress, but I feel like it's slightly stagnant. Purely due to the way of how my body is constantly burning energy at work and also gym. But yeah, that's just kind of me adapting to the challenges which I have to face as a part of this game of life, you could say. I'm 22 and I've had a fair amount of life experience, I'd say, over the past couple decades of being, the past 2 decades of being alive. Key crucial one being that you gotta take things with a pinch of salt. Adapt, change, learn, and always reevaluate your situation and reflect. This is something I've really been doing since the age of 20, you could say. Kind of measuring out how you're performing each quarter of the year, and gives you a realistic approach of how you're actually performing toward your goals or something that you set out to do. Again, aside from my main primary job, other things I do on the side is to keep myself fit. Is just general gym. I will be playing in a couple football tournaments this year, 2 to 3 to be specific. I've got one in June and one in July. And I'm going out here and recording this video to kind of showcase and ask for help, you could say, and kind of get a perspective from what other people are doing in this kind of age group, because I feel slightly lost even right now. Even though I'm on a structured scheme, you could say, I do feel generally quite lost, because I've kind of outgrown my role, you could say, and I just want something new, something better for myself. I don't really want to be working for someone else in the future. The goal is to be working for myself. I have big goals and aspirations that I really want to meet. I don't really do self-affirmation too often. That's something I could definitely work on for sure. Aside from that, now and then I do focus on the religious aspects of my life, which consist of me doing my daily prayers and keeping up with the history of my religion, known as Sikhism. Here in the UK, we have quite a strong community, and across the other areas of the world, we also have quite quite a large community, being the fifth largest religion in the world. Um, I think the key element here is to kind of push yourself and understand and learn about your religion as well at this age group, because later on it will play a factor if questions are asked or if you're going to raise kids or anything like that. It's all part of the process. So regrowing, reevaluating, relearning, the most important thing. Um, General life experiences, I could say, throughout the time I've been alive, I've experienced what it's like to grow up in school. I've traveled to a lot of different places, not a huge amount, but I've been to Asia quite a few times. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Spain a few times when I was young. Went to Florida and Miami. Went to India last year. After 15 to 10 years, that was definitely a proper awakening call for me. And this year I do plan to hopefully go back to America. And it will allow me just to kind of reevaluate, and even solo traveling is definitely something I haven't tried. And I'm going to embrace this and say this now, that I don't really have a lot of friends at this age, and in this age group. I know it's about going out there and making an effort too, but I don't like when I go out my way and I try and find people. I find it quite difficult to meet the same people who have the same mindset as me. And that's just me being realistic. So if there's anyone out there, or if anyone could give any advice for me, that would be greatly appreciated. It's coming towards the end of Q2 of 2026, and overall general progress is good, but again, that element of keeping yourself in check and not being addicted to your phone, which is another problem I do have even in this day and age. So it's an element of being able to it's an element of being controlled in your own life, making the decisions that you need to make to own your life and own your outcomes, and not to listen to everyone else. You have this life, you have this journey, and it's always about adapting and learning new things constantly. Yes, there may be days where you don't succeed and you have failures, but again, it's all part of learning, and human errors do happen. The most important thing is you don't constantly go out and make that error even in the future, because I learned that the hard way in my role, and it just gives you a proper reality check. My goal is to be this year financially successful. I have this written on my vision board, and I do want to travel to 3 or 4 different countries. Goals really start from simplifying them down, being consistent, showing up, and ultimately visualizing and obtaining success. And I've read that off my vision board, but sometimes I should just keep it in my memory. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any advice whatsoever, if anyone's in their 20s, I would highly appreciate if you could comment, subscribe, like the channel, and kind of just see me grow as an individual. And if there's anyone out there who's got more experience or more advice to offer, someone who could be older than me, I would highly appreciate that too. And yeah, it's just all about the journey and how seriously you take your decisions and how seriously life is to you, because some people, they don't really take this serious, but this game of life, it hits you hard, because in a man's life, I personally don't think things are fair, and the only way to get and obtain the things that you need is to be able to work hard and obtain those things. It's about going through self-discipline and being able to delay gratification towards something that you're aiming towards. But yeah, enough of the rant, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, take care, and hopefully see you guys soon. Peace out. Cheers.